Welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about that pendulum swing again, because the pendulum seems to be swinging. Billy Eichner came out and blamed the audience, blamed the straight audience. Well, not the audience, because they didn't pay to go see his movie. But he blamed people for not seeing Bros. That's why it failed, because there were homophobes. The straight audience rejected it, and you're horrible people.
There's a lot of gay people who didn't go see it either, because they're like, it's the stereotypes, and we didn't want to watch it.
Yeah. Anyway, you would think, if this were 4 years ago, there'd be multiple articles talking about, like, the bigots didn't watch the gay rom-com. What's wrong with them? Don't straight people want to watch gay people have sex? What's wrong with you? That's not happening. In fact, the media is kind of like, shut up, Billy, you look like a whiner. Mm-hmm. Quit whining, Billy, including, I believe, some articles by some other gay folks that are like, people didn't go see your movie, take the L and move on. So we're gonna
take the L. I mean, take the G.
Take all of it, Billy. Learn and move on. Look, they brought up too that there were movies out there with freaking Brad Pitt that bombed at the box office.
Yeah, it's just people like it depends on the movie. Looks interesting, and let's be honest here, rom-coms are usually geared at women.
That is true. So anyway, we're gonna talk about this really interesting situation. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, rants. Guys, over 276,000 subs. Thank you for the support. We do talk about pop culture. We inadvertently started talking about the culture wars, because you can't talk about any movie or TV show or video game or comic book or anime or any of it anymore without getting weirdly freaking political with the damn articles and the Twitter and all the shit.
Mm-hmm. Even if you don't want to be political. They make it political anyway.
They make it political. So Billy Eichner is the star of Bros, a gay rom-com, and it bombed at the box office. It made less than $5 million opening weekend, came in like 4th place or something like that. And immediately he went out to Twitter and he blamed the audience. He said, straight people that show up.
The lack of audience.
The potential audience, the phantom audience. He wanted straight people to go see his gay rom-com, and when they basically said no, he said, you're a bunch of bigots, you're a bunch of homophobes, whatever. And
then, it's not for me. I saw clips. I don't want to see orgies and all that crap. No, thank you.
Some people do.
I mean, if you do that, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying it's not for me.
So he people were telling him to shut up, and he's like, he's slamming the trolls. I'm going to tweet about it every day.
Well, it makes you look dumb.
It makes you look dumb and desperate. So now,
that's what the movie probably should be called, Dumb and Desperate.
Dumb and Desperate. Now, the media is like, hey guys, it's okay to let gay art bomb. It's okay for a gay movie to bomb. Here's Slate. Billy Eichner's curious claims about Bros. Is seeing the movie a political act? It depends on who you ask. We've got, again, Hollywood Reporter.
You want to stick it to the alt-right Yahtzees. You need to come see this movie. If you didn't vote for Trump, you need to go see this movie, or you're actually a Trump supporter in disguise.
3 to 4 years ago, that is what would have happened. We saw it happen with Charlie's Angels. We saw it happen with Terminator Dark Fate. That, the audience was blamed. The men, they told men specifically, don't come to this movie. It's not for you. Don't expect old school Terminator. Don't expect Charlie's Angels that you can fap to. And they didn't show up. And then it was their fault. And then we've got Elizabeth Banks is out there trying to walk it back, saying she never said what she said, but I remember her saying what she said. She blamed the men for not coming to her movie.
So is this a movie men can fap to? I mean, it's okay. It's okay if you fap to this movie. That's okay. You're not allowed to fap to anything unless it's this movie. Then it's completely fine, because that's what Billy wants you to do.
Yeah, he wanted you to come to his movie, and you didn't come to his movie, so he's very salty. Oh wait. That came out. Oh, wait.
That came out exactly as you intended.
Anyway, precisely as I intended to come. Anyway, the real lesson of Bros is okay to let gay bomb. Commentary. Billy Eichner's tweets are misplaced. The Freedom Bros extols the freedom to fight over, criticize, and yes, ignore the art that represents us. This is other gay people saying it's okay if a gay movie bombs. Mm-hmm. It's okay if it bombs, because a lot of movies bomb. I mean, this is the thing. Like, you want to talk about equality.
Well, this is basically it bombed, but that's okay. It's okay. It sounds more like it's like damage control. But yeah.
Well, yeah, and it kind of is. It's like, but the flip side is many people have been, and I've seen lots of tweets to this effect, that even his supporters are kind of like, Billy, shut up. Just shut up, take the L. Lots of people have movies that bomb. Lots of people have movies that bomb.
Yep.
For various reasons.
There are high budget blockbuster movies that bomb.
Yeah, they were even like, this is kind of weird that one of the articles I read, they were talking about, expecting a mainstream corporation like Universal to really put a ton of money into this. I mean, look, I think this movie made more than the Gem movie did. Back in the day, right? And that was Universal too. So, but I'm just saying, like
I was just taking a moment to look at this picture and understand how racist it is. You want to know why?
Why is it racist?
Because he has this T-shirt and it has LGBTQ plus, and it goes from like the rainbow to brown to black and across. Okay, yeah, representative. Except the entire shirt, the massive part of the whole shirt, is white. Clearly racist.
Clearly racist.
Racist.
Clearly.
Obviously.
I just thought this was interesting. They said part of this is that Eichner has been making a curious argument. We should come see the movie not because it's good or funny or sexy, but because it is politically important. Seeing it and thereby driving up the box office has been framed as kind of a political act.
But hasn't it already been? Like, you have to go see Captain Marvel and love it, or you're against women. You have to like Rey in Star Wars, or you're against women. We've seen the same behavior out of people about these women, female-led movies.
Yes.
And people like us have been calling it forever. But, it was considered a political act. You show them, you come because you're going to show it the bigots. And what he's saying really is no different than that. It's just that at the end of the day, he's still a dude. So, again, check boxes trump others, apparently.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Because they're basically like, why do we have to be forced, even if we're gay?
You don't have to.
Why do we have to, like, any more than I have to be forced to be dragged to a rom-com, Sandra Bullock rom-com, like,
I just
Reese Witherspoon or.
I don't make you watch them. I watch them alone with my popcorn by myself.
I do watch them sometimes.
No, not really.
As I'm walking through the bedroom, I'm like, "What you watching?"
But you're
rom-com?
lucky. You're lucky though, because
out.
I was the one who wanted to go back when they were good. I was the one who wanted to go see the superhero movies more than you did. But yeah.
I'm sorry. I need to watch more rom-com.
I watch it alone with my popcorn or pretzels, and I wasn't complaining about it.
I feel really bad because usually I just like walk through the bedroom.
And when he leaves, you might turn on Daredevil. It's all good, or Henry Cavill, and then I'm happy. There, see how?
There you go. I knew you couldn't actually watch that stuff and like
it.
it.
I do like it, actually.
All right.
I'm a romantic rom-com person.
But it's funny, though. They're like, it's not a review. This person said, I happen to think Bros is good and funny and sexy, incisive about certain aspects of urban gay life and totally worth
Which
seeing.
I wouldn't relate to. I'm sorry. I don't understand urban gay life. It's nothing against... I have absolutely no problem with anybody who's gay. It's just not my life, so I'm not going to understand it.
Yeah, I mean, this is like expecting people that live in the city to watch like, Jeff Foxworthy or Roseanne or not Roseanne now because she's not on.
To be fair though, I'd probably understand this movie more than you would, because I get dick. So it would be women that are straight would probably relate easier than men who aren't. If they're making jokes about the size of someone's penis and about how all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I get that as a woman.
I'm really confused, but that's okay.
Like, you go, I get that. So I guess in a way I probably would relate.
That's okay. So watching the movement, watching
the movement.
Watching the movement. No, it's like for the movement, you have to go see my rom-com. It's clear to me that Eichner's interest in queer history and where modern gay romance fits into it goes far deeper than marketing.
Deeper.
However, the film unexpectedly ends up as much of a treatise on how we should think about our past and present it as a goofy date night romp. While selling Bros as politically historic is savvy, it's off. I do believe Eichner is sincere in his conviction that the movie represents, if not the culmination of LGBTQ progress, a major step forward. The question for many viewers is that true? Is it true? Do we have to watch it? So there's a whole look.
No, you don't. You don't have to watch it. You don't want to watch. It doesn't matter who you are.
Basically, as I understand these articles, it's like they feel like they can't come out and slam him for being a douchebag, for blaming the audience for not
You can't say that because he's not a douchebag. Because a douche would be sexist. I'm just kidding. He's a douchebag.
it was a real, and that might be his brand, because I guess he's out there on TikTok all the time, like ranting, raving. But I mean, this audience, look, basically, the audience blaming is ending. And it's not fashionable anymore. It was fashionable 3 or 4 years ago, and we're seeing it. We're going to do another video talking about the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, and how it's going to backfire with them too. Now, fewer people are going to go see your movie, and fewer people are probably going to go see your future movies, because you're going to be like, oh, Billy Eichner, that's a guy.
They're not going to hire you.
Yeah, they're like, that's a guy who's out there whining because the straight people didn't go see his gay romance movie.
Right, pretty much.
You know, like, why would they? Why would they? And the gay people didn't go either, because they didn't want to, because you know what? Not everybody's the same. Imagine that. You can all be part of the same ethnic group or sexual orientation or religion, and you might actually be individuals within those groups. Because that's a novel concept.
They just niche themselves into a corner.
Pretty much. Why is nobody buying my Tumblr porn?
Nobody puts Billy in a corner.
Billy put himself in the corner. Billy just said, hey guys, thanks for the positive reviews. Sorry, it didn't work out. Next time, maybe.
I think there might be some things people that don't identify as gay might have appreciated, but if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. But maybe the word of mouth will get around.
You guys are missing out. You
So many jokes I want to make, but I'm being good. Anyway,
there's a right way and a wrong way to handle it. I think he handled it the wrong way. I think people are actually calling him, trying to be polite, but they're calling him out on it, like, Billy, shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to wrap it up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.